What's up, guys? Yugi Bros here, watching another Duel video. This was still before the put the new set on, so we're still playing old here. But it's Blue Eyes versus Relinquish, um, and it's an interesting build of Blue Eyes. Whether or not I still think this is the best or not, I guess we'll find out. But as you see, we say what we're using as our skills. So it's Relinquish with Fulfillment. So they go in with the Senju here. And we're finally drawing Dragon. We're playing more Tyrant Dragons than Blue Eyes because I feel like A, the format calls for it, and B, against Relinquish, it's just really good to having Tyrant instead of Blue Eyes. Having those two attacks to get over the Relinquish, and then killing the Relinquish after the other thing takes the hit. So, and this obviously shows they have to take the Lord of D, so they have to play kind of on a clock. It's a little bit slow, but the upside is they can have Relinquishing into Blue Eyes, and then they both take damage, and if you're up in damage and Relinquished, you don't really care. It's really easy to blow through that. So we pop the Windstorm with Stamping, we summon another Lord of D so they can't take our Blue Eyes. I'm going to swing over the Senju with Lord, and we're going to pass. And I guess we could have swung into it, but we both take damage, so we don't want to lose there. So we'll have Lord of D swinging to Lord of D Relinquished, and then we'll have Twin-Headed Behemoth kill it. We're playing Twin-Headed Behemoth because we want a normal summonable dragon to use Stamping Destruction with. Kind of get rid of like the ready for interceptings and stuff before they get to do that and slow us the hell down. So we sided in Twisters. I think now we're siding in Dust Tornadoes in this deck, if I'm not mistaken, but at the time we were still undetermined as to what the sideboard would be best suited for. So they're going to summon Sonic and grab the Black Illusion. So they have the combo piece. They're just going to swing in for 14. The upside of playing like any deck against, if you know you're playing Relinquish, is if you're stuck going first, you can pass without summoning a monster. So they're not taking your monster. Even if you set a monster, they could take that just so you don't have the advantage. You could just pass, and the most you'll be taking is 1400. Unless they're playing some weird build. So here they go off. They take our Twin-Headed Behemoth. We don't have another dragon. We're playing Dragon's Rebirth in this build to play around Relinquish. Also give this deck another OTK mechanic. So this is the reason I think we took out Twister, because the 500 ends up being a problem. Or being a lot. Look at our beautiful fake back row. Yeah. But yeah, the Dragon's Rebirth is that if we don't have Lord of D up and they go to target our dragon and we have another dragon in hand or graveyard, we can banish the target they're choosing and summon a different dragon. And then they've wasted Relinquish's effect. The problem with that is Tyrant Dragon says in the grave, whenever you were to special summon it from the grave, you have to tribute a dragon monster first. So usually don't go for Tyrant in that situation. That also makes the trap a little slow because you have to wait till you hit the Blue Eyes, which you shouldn't have a problem with in Blue Eyes, but we've noticed the trap's kind of slow. I think there's 2 in this build. I think we cut it either down to 1 or none depending on the build we're playing. So they start off strong, they take our Twin-Headed Behemoth, but we have Tyrant Dragon. And then we draw another Tyrant Dragon. So let's go in, right? Balls to the wall here. We'll get Flute. And they don't have a face down, so we can summon both of these freely in attack mode. So that way, even if they have the sphere, which in turn they do, so they'll sphere the first one, but this is why I love Tyrant so much. Swing in, yeah, we both take the damage, but now the Relinquish is dead in the water, and if they can't stop that, that's just straight game. So we play another match here because that's really quick. Figure we'll keep going. They're still sided though, I believe. Just because, we wanted to showcase as much as we could. Yep, so we're going first. Right? Yep, we're going first. This is so annoying to watch when it's not in the speed duel format version. Alright, so they get the combo, they have the piece. See, we could just pass, take the 14, it's okay. We're going to reveal Flute, we're going to add Lord of D. Yes, we have Lord of D, but if for some reason we want another Lord of D in the future, I feel like this is a good way to go about it. They can't target the Blue Eyes or the Twin-Headed Behemoth, so we're going to try to swing in for 100. Okay, yeah, they Windstorm and then they Sphere. I think that's kind of heavy. I don't think you needed to save the Senju there for that. But I get the point of putting Sphere in the grave, so yeah, you can then do the Relinquished. And then you have as many options as possible. They switch one of these things to defense. to play around Windstorm. So we flip Twister, popping Lord of D, so they're going to take the full 3,000 to the face. Or the full 25, I should say. But then they just or they scoop because they don't have another out to this, and yeah, you're just going to swing in for game there. So game 5? Yeah, game 5. We're going first again, obviously. Whenever you play against Blue Eyes, if you get a chance to give them to go first, unless you're playing things that specifically stop Lord of D from, or Flute from going off, like Ready for Intercepting or Magic Jammer or something, like, just let them go first. Especially when you're playing Relinquished. Obviously, most decks in this game currently want to go second, as it is, but... Alright, so we're going in here. We're just going in. Tyrant swings in. Lord of D swings in. I got a 13. Blue Eyes, yeah. But this is why I think Blue Eyes has the best matchup. I mean, it's obvious. So you just play the Jin's dead, but like it's not dead. Like you just use it as a material. Like you take the Lord of D, but like, are we stamping the thing? Yeah, it's just so overpowered compared to the deck. Like, I think you need to go off, you need to have the gauntlet. And what I mean by that is, if you're playing Relinquished, you need to have 2 Relinquished plays to begin with to even attempt, or all the defensive plays in the world to stop, so that you can then take the dragons in the future turns and hope to God they don't summon another Lord of D. But I feel like when you're playing Blue Eyes, especially against Relinquished, you reveal the Flute, even if you have Lord of D, add another Lord of D. That way, the following turn, they've taken the Lord of D, you summon another Lord of D, and all of a sudden they have to play around it all over again. So it's an uphill battle for Relinquished almost all the time, 100% of the way. So I just think Blue Eyes has probably the best matchup against it. But yeah, guys, I mean, it kind of fits into my tier list of Blue Eyes, Relinquished, and then Gravekeepers is like the control deck of the format. So, I mean, as the format progresses, we'll see what changes. But as always, comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys want any more specific duels. I'm going to put a water video up as much as I can't figure out how to make water good. I'm going to put a water video up because I feel like I need to, because no one else does. And if we can figure out how to make this deck good, please help me out on this. I've tried so many different combinations of things since the spoiler. Actually, it's been 2 weeks and I still can't come up with a good water deck. So, but as always, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.